Hello YouTube. I'm gonna push my old Victorinox a little further. Think I can take it even thinner. So, of course, Laloon. I got fixed the light. Can you see it's starting to show some more grain the more I use it, especially up here. I can't feel any difference. So I don't think it will do anything. The slurry is down. Suddenly got some colored spots, which I have no clue what is, chlorite or... Yeah, I hope they will not do anything on the edge. Again, I can't feel them. I ordered the 200 by 80 millimeter with the money I got from selling the other stones. I sold the Amakusa because the J-Nut was rubbish. I sold the Bitey Finisher because it was also utterly rubbish. And yeah, I sold the Globals because they were rubbish. So yeah, I forgot I need my flattening plates. I can get it. Just if the stone loads. So. There, it's dull enough. Did I press record? Yep. So let's start by basically thinning it a little behind the edge. I can't be bothered basically turning and non-turning the holder every time. Why is the stone suddenly loading and yeah, is the stone from Magnus? Yeah, it's suddenly loading and they ain't cutting anything. Weird. I say it, Naniva. The quality control from Naniva is going down. Their binder. Let's try it with a little slurry there. I mean, this is a Victorinox and it's barely cutting. What the frick is happening? This is the first. What the hell is happening here? It's cutting, but it's weirdly slow. It feels very weird. It's actually leaving some rogue scratches, it seems. Yeah. was just a blown fuse, an old style fuse. So fix the lights. Now it's cutting, but like grabbing and sticking. What the hell? It's weird. Not thinning much, just gently. Yeah, that feels awful, so I'm stopping there. Let's do the edge now. Laying and thinning behind the edge. It's still very sticky. Like I'm sharpening on some gummy stuff. What the hell is happening here? It wants to move the stone. Can you see? What the freaking hell? It is cutting, but feels extremely weird. I've used this nearly daily now, so maybe suddenly the binder is going out. Let's jump up to 10 degrees. Here it felt more normal. I'm using very light pressure there also. It's cutting very slow. To be 1,000 so only very slow. It's cutting slower than the Kitayama 4K. So I think I got a burr. And I've always rounded the tip up here because I don't like it sticking in the cutting board. Again, look how much it's sticking as soon as I lay it down to the stone. And I'm half a thumb above the stone. It wants to stick to the stone. Weird. Just thinning it behind the bevel. No, behind the edge. Basically thinning and smoothing out the shoulder. And yes, it makes a huge difference removing the shoulder from a V-edge. If you got a plain V-edge, then plane out and then remove the shoulder, you will feel a good amount of cutting difference. Now it suddenly picked up speed. What the freak is happening here? Look, suddenly it cuts exceedingly quick. So yeah, it's probably the binder going to hell. That's Naniva for you. Basically one of the worst binders ever in the stone. A little more here. Yes, the stone is all around. Doesn't matter. Deburring steps, and I'm gonna say it, deburring soft as stainless is a pain in the buttocks, like Victorinox and those type of steels. Global is even worse. globally is one of the worst steels to sharpen out there. It's like sharpening chewing gum. It wants to deform more than it wants to sharpen. It's so soft and yucky. It makes me sick sharpening globals. And these kind of soft steels, because they won't deburr nearly. Because the bird just wants to form and hang on by dear life. It's like, no, please, I want to stay. Not very like, how do I say it, anxious if it's sharp or not now. More that I just got a full-edged established that is pretty decently clean, and that's a very clean edge. So just making sure I don't pop a burr off. And look guys, just do this on some plastic. Doesn't matter what kind of plastic, just semi-soft or hard plastic. So you get rid of any straggling burr, if there is any, before we move on, because you don't want that to pop off and then slam into your edge. The Laloon is basically the closest thing you'll come to deburring machine. It's probably the best finisher I found. That's why I ordered the big one. And I really hope I will be happy with the big one. Because you never know with naturals. You can buy 10 naturals and get 10 good stones, or you can get 1 too bad or 10 bad. You never know. Some dust on it. I'm cleaning off the knife so I don't got any 1000 grit particles slamming into there. Just gonna do a little behind the edge. Using quite a bit of pressure, 400, 500, 600 grams. And you see it's cutting. So I forgot. That's a used edge. Just doing this so it doesn't slide as much. And 300-400 grams of force. I don't want to slip again and cut myself. It's got some cutting power to it. This is a broadside. I'm gonna show you. It's completely black. And look guys, this is a 6, 7, 8K natural. Don't know how well you can see. It's a semi-hazy finish. I'm doing this just to see if it pops out some grains like it did earlier. And I'm using now maybe a kilo. Basically white knuckling. It's cutting. Damn impressive. Let's do the entire stone. If you don't think this is impressive, clues for you, buddy. To me, nothing slate I've tried is close to this balloon. I mean, again, jet black. Let's do this. Roughen up this a little. Done this earlier also. And great, yeah, body. Ooh, that feel. Ooh, oh yeah, that feels good. No grains, no nothing. Just a fantastic feel. Now I'm using normal pressure, 150, 200 grams, like a glass of water. Imagine this. Basically do this. And that weight is the weight to have. And the amazing thing here, this is flat and it isn't sticking, which I find weird. It's stuck but not stuck. It's sticking without sticking. It's hella weird. It just feels right. It's so weird to explain. It just feels right. I can't describe it other than that, because it doesn't make sense, the feeling that it feels magnetic and stuck while still being slippery and creamy smooth. It's yeah, every time it blows me away. You see, even this is stuck. But it's still slip and sliding, and still it's vacuum stuck. It's like, how? It's literally defying the laws of physics. It's stuck. Look, I can lift and it's vacuum stuck, and still it's like slipping. How? It's literally, yeah, it's against the law of physics. Yes, now I'm being aggressive, just seeing if I can tear up some mud. That feeling. Again, it's stuck firm. As soon as you move it, it feels stuck, but at the same time it feels magnetic and creamy and smooth and everything. Just right, this. And I so hope the 200 by 80 will be good, that I'm not receiving a dud, because this is insanely good. Yeah, I can't imagine. Can you see? It's black and purplish. I can't imagine living without this. Can't live without you. Just washing the plate. Just gonna how do I say, scratch up the surface tiny bit, creating a tiny bit of scratches. And a little mud to go with. And seeing, I saw someone says they like that feeling on the knife edge. I can't remember, was it kitchen knife forums? I usually don't like it because it slams into the apex, but let's see. Yeah, there's some grains just on the edge there, probably from when I did the sides. Look guys, your fingers are extremely sensitive, trust them. There was basically one or two tiny bits behind the edge. Just getting rid of the corner. Using some pressure to 300 grams. And it feels amazing. Actually scratching the stone there, why? It's new. Or digging into it. Let's dig into it and see. Just for fun. Let's push the stone. Can't feel it. So let's torture the stone a little using high force. Nope, still feels clean. Moving to the edge. Let's use some pressure. Let's use, I'm probably at a kilo at the edge. That's much. That's 5 to 10 times what I usually use. But I wanted to push the stone. It's definitely cutting. There. Jet black. Not one grain, not yet anything poking out. That's hella impressive. Let's go to 200 grams and start bird refining. Oops. Now look guys, the feel of this, I know just right seems silly, but it's the best thing I can get. It just feels like the perfect freaking stone for a kitchen knife. I hope people don't take offense by this, but I think more people should try the razor stones on kitchen knives too, because this is fantastic. The feedback here is, yeah, it's par none. I tried. It sings to you, it vibrates, it does everything. Just gonna try finishing on a little soap and see if I can press out and see if that actually does anything. It also helps get rid of the oils on the stone. Pouring a little here too, because because it helps basically get rid of the oil switches when they finish the stone. So let's see, doing behind, just edging up to the stone. It makes it hella slippery doing the edge. Basically no pressure, pretty high. I am basically at 20 because this is so thin, it needs that to be able to survive real tasks, able to handle cutting board, chopping. Basically I do this when cutting onions. This isn't a fine use tool, it's a tool which sees hard use and it needs to be able to take that use. And I'm 99% sure this is extremely grabby now. Does that translate to good cutting magazine paper? Well, I don't really care. I want a really durable edge that can handle kitchen use, a little abuse, and yeah, work. Just rinsing off the soaps. You see it's absorbing water more after that. So I hope the big one will be good, because you never know with natural stones. Of course, since being natural, everyone can be different, and you can't know. That's the problem. You can test them and it can be good, and then after some millimeters it may show some errors or be bad, and then it can be good again. It's like you don't know. Can you see the polish or semi-polish or haziness or whatever you want to call it? The Victorinox handles feels very good, very secure. And that's yeah. Hello guys, I'm gonna show you. if I put this at a flat angle, doesn't mean you need 20 degrees to cut, because the angle is at the, how is this to describe? It's not one bevel like that, it's gently like curving, so it grabs before it reaches the apex. It's weird, but yeah, again, I know if you're thinking about it, it doesn't make sense. If I lay it flat, of course it doesn't cut, but you see it cuts pretty low. So, can I do curlicue, wet paper? So, again, this paper is wet, mind you, so I'm just gonna check. That wasn't open. Is that open? Yep. Oh, I trained hands today, so I'm cramping. And the worst thing again is getting it in and out of the holder. And getting these damn things to stand is probably harder. Nope, again, doesn't really matter. It is in frame. If I can slice, I'm more than happy. They're a little slippery on the glue side is the word I'm looking for. But that's more than sharp for actual use. All these tests just show that there isn't a burr basically, or ship or edge problem. I know it's the Murray Carter's 3-finger test, it isn't, but people have probably done it for thousands of years before Murray Carter was even think about. But the 3-finger test, just touching and moving, not this, not putting pressure, but just seeing, does it grab the fingertips? Does it tell you to stop? If it feels like you have a battery and touching that, it's sharp. It's like touching the 9-volt battery to your tongue. You've probably done that when you were a kid. That's the feeling I get. Then I know it's bloody good. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like. Bye.